Summer-like heat expected to continue in the days to come. That warming trend not letting up just yet. The good news, our cooler temperatures are finally on the horizon as a cold front moves through just in time for this upcoming weekend. Last but not least, a pattern change expected by the second half of next week, bringing some much-needed rain chances back to the ArkLaTex as we head into the month of April. Thank you so much for joining me here for your forecast. I'm meteorologist Jake Lambright. Don't forget, you can always find the latest forecast at ksla.com. You can also follow us, KSLA, on all social media platforms. You can also keep up with me as well at Jake Lambright on all platforms as well. We've got a lot to talk about in today's forecast. Let's go ahead and start off with a look at temperatures from Wednesday afternoon. Again, these have already happened in the past, and these are preliminary. So you'll want to check in with your local weather service office to see if these have changed any so far today. What I've got is a high of 85 recorded in Shreveport, so several degrees below the record that we set of 91 just last year. But you'll notice Oklahoma City tentatively breaking a record, reaching 91 today. That previous record, 88, set all the way back in 1908. Little Rock within 2 degrees of tying their record of 85 set back in 1910, and San Antonio far away from breaking the record of 97 that they set all the way in 1899. I want to go ahead and, of course, talk a little bit more about that heat dome, that area of high pressure that's set right over us today and will set over us as we head into Thursday. That will, of course, keep rain chances out of the region and out of much of the south, keep us very warm, lots of sunshine, and, of course, making temperatures feel like summertime for this time of the year. When it comes to records here in the ArkLaTex, specifically in Shreveport-Bossier, we could see high temperatures tomorrow near 87 degrees. Now, that's cutting it pretty close to tying our record of 89 that we set in 2020. Now, Friday, I don't think we'll be tying or breaking any records. That record is 82. That was, or the forecast high, I should say, is 82. The record, 90, set back in 2020. So again, a good gap away Friday from hitting any records. We'll have a cold front moving through Friday. That one I'm talking about. It doesn't bring huge changes on Friday. The bigger changes you'll notice as we head into this upcoming weekend. But it is that time of the year where, it's springtime. We're starting to feel more like late May, early June. You might not be thinking about this, but it is very important to check the backseat of your car for kids, for pets, because even with air temperatures just at 80 degrees, it takes 10 minutes for your car to heat up to nearly 100. Within an hour, again, this is an outdoor temperature of just 80. Your car will feel like 123 degrees on the inside. We raise that temperature up closer to 90 degrees. It takes 10 minutes for your car to reach 109, 30 minutes for your car to reach 124, and then within an hour, the inside of your car already heats up to 133. So again, I can't stress enough, we're just starting spring, so it might not be top of mind, but check your back seat for your kids, check your back seat for your pets, make sure it is clear. One piece of advice many people give, throw your phone back there. You won't go long without realizing that you forgot your phone. When it comes to temperatures, of course, we're talking unseasonable warmth again. Like I said, feeling like late May, early June. Temperatures will be coming back down once that front moves through Friday. We start to see some improvement on Friday with highs in the lower 80s, but really this weekend is where you're going to notice a big change. How cool are we talking in the ArkLaTex? Well, in Shreveport-Bossier, we're talking highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. That is a big change compared to tomorrow's highs, which we're forecasting, or Thursday's highs, where we're forecasting them in the upper 80s, getting a little bit closer to 90 degrees. Again, a huge change, nearly a 20-degree drop, but cooler temperatures won't be sticking around for much longer. By Sunday, we're already in the lower 80s, and that warming trend just continues as we head into the start of next week. In fact, looking at your extended temperature outlook, April 1st through the 7th, there's a very high confidence in those above average temperatures continuing through that time period. But one thing that does change is our pattern is looking to flip as we head toward the middle to latter part of next week. That'll get us into the start of April, and April 1st through the 7th here on our extended precipitation outlook, showing a chance for an above average amount of precipitation across much of the south. We really need this. Our new drought monitor comes out on Thursday, March 26th. We'll talk more about that in the days to come, but we're dealing with level 3 out of 4 extreme drought across a good chunk of the ArkLaTex, severe drought level 2 out of 4 on the scale as well. So we really need this rain, and again, things are looking to flip. It's way too early to talk about how much rain you could see in your town or if severe weather is possible. There's some signals there, but there's really, can't buy into that this far out. A lot is going to change, so we'll dive into that when it becomes appropriate, starting middle to latter part of next week's when our first rain chances are. Of course, next week we'll have more on that if there's anything to really keep on your radar. For now, we're finally seeing a pattern flip, and we'll get some rain chances in the forecast, again, just beyond the 7-day forecast. Speaking of, let's talk about it. When it comes to temperatures, still on that temperature roller coaster. Warmer for Thursday, cooler for Friday, even cooler for Saturday. It's looking great out there. And then things flip again. That temperature roller coaster starting back up once again, 80 on Sunday and back to 87 for Tuesday and Wednesday. The one thing that really stays consistent is rain chances stay slim to none over that 7-day forecast. The coolest night, 49 Saturday night into Sunday. So I'm not really worried about, a frost or freeze. We are well above the temperature level we would need for a frost or a freeze, so your plants are good to stay outside. Of course, not looking at any kind of extreme cold in the immediate future, and hopefully maybe not for the rest of the spring season. We'll be watching things very closely, of course, as we head to next week. Temperature-wise, we're going to stay warm, but that's when that pattern flips. Those rain chances are back in the forecast. We'll make sure to give you the first alert when as we get closer into next week. Talk a little bit more about what to expect as far as specific totals and if severe weather is looking possible or not. Of course, we'll have the latest for you there. We'll give you the first alert to that over on our website, ksla.com, and our social media platforms. You can find us everywhere at KSLA, and also you can find me and follow me as well at Jake Lambright. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you right back here with another forecast very soon.